And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, November 21st, 2020. It is Season 14, Episode 33. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And welcome to the show, everybody. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can find us on Facebook. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. We are streaming right now on Twitch, along with so many other people streaming. Well, I mean, a lot of people streaming, but it's raid day in Destiny 2. Brand new raid launched today, and they've got the 24-hour raid race to see who's going to be the world's first on the completion. So I have that running on the iPad over on this screen. You're going to be talking a lot today, RJ. No, I'm just kidding.
It'd be a short show if that's the case.
Yeah, well, you know, it's taken them a while. Because, I mean, when the raids drop, they have to figure everything out themselves, like the mechanic of how it all works. So it takes a while to get through it. Seem to be making pretty good pace here. But anyway, back to that. Like I said, we're streaming the cam feed through Twitch. Go to twitch.tv, type in game chat. You'll be able to find us there, as well as joining the chat room live while we broadcast the show. Do this. Before I forget.
Clap, clap.
Yeah.
It would be easy to forget. We haven't done this in a minute.
It's been inconsistent. And unfortunately, it's going to be inconsistent again because the holiday is next weekend.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be here for that as well. But, you know, that's typical. But yeah, it's just it's been what it's been as far as the situation with. I mean, basically, I don't know. It's been 2020 is what it's been. But it's been on me with the heart issues, the COVID, and then another procedure last week, which I'm actually glad. You know, we were last time we did an episode. We were like, should we? Well, never mind. No. Very, very glad that we did.
Err on the side of caution, anyways. Yeah, which is always good. So, yeah.
Well, with those stairs, dude, I am so glad we didn't do it. I am so glad we didn't do a show.
Yeah, because it was all dependent on which type A or B in terms of the procedure, and one was definitely. And if one was done, you definitely wanted to make it.
Well, so, type A was the arm, and type G, was the other one.
That's a good way to put it. Type G.
Yeah, it's whatever. They went in through the groin. That's exactly where they went in. I don't care. We've talked about. I mean, I'm here on the morning show, and that's fine. My ailments and stuff. It's like, yeah, here's the situation. Because when you're out for 3 weeks with COVID, you can't just, oh well, he's out. He'll be back. You don't want to, It's like, no, dude got COVID. So yeah, and then the heart attack thing. That was, this procedure was scheduled to be, I should have been done with this back in October, but when I got COVID, I couldn't do it. So this one had to be done, this one got rescheduled to last Thursday. And so I got that done. 2 more stents. I have a total of 4 now in my body. Not something I expected, not just this year, but at this age at all. But then again, if I think about how I treated myself leading up to this, I'm like, no, this is about right. This is on schedule. Maybe a little bit, a little too late on that schedule thing. But Anyway, it's done. It's over with. We should get back to some consistency with the shows after, of course, Thanksgiving. We'll be back on track, really, because I have no other procedures lined up. I mean, 2020 ain't over yet, so who knows what's going to befall any of us through this. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've heard it referred to as the season finale of 2020.
Yeah,
I mean,
that season
don't know
finale
what to expect.
has thrown some twists my way. So it hasn't been fun, and we haven't been able to do as many shows as we would have liked to have done. I especially hate it because I enjoy doing the October shows when we can play some spooky game music.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. It is what it is, and it had to be done, and had to be safe. So there you go. We are back. Good to see Lethal Migraine back in the chat room. He was not there the last time we did the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, which I was surprised. I was thinking, oh. But then again, that whole 3-week stint of being off was completely unprepared. I think we were going to take a week off when I got it, and then we were going to be back at least for maybe the week after, maybe the week after that. But was completely unprepared for that. Not that anybody is prepared to get COVID. So I'm doing okay. The procedure went well. Everything's fine. It took a little bit of recovery. I'm bruised down there like you wouldn't believe. Massive bruise. Well, also because I'm on blood thinners, it makes the bruising. Again, this bruise is still here. Let me point that out to you. That bruise is still here. They stay a while. And so, by the way, I'm also monitoring, I don't know, I've got Discords and Twitters all lined up to let me know when, what do I have? A 3080 is in stock for my PC. So I've got those things going off from time to time. A PS5 in stock and an Xbox Series X in stock, which both of those can usually come in the same store, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm running monitors on all those. And so that was for, I don't know what that was for. It wasn't for either of those. I also have something in there for like tech deals and stuff like that. So, goodness. Let's go to the phones real quick because somebody just called and we're going to find out who it is. Hi, you're on In-Game Chat. Who's this?
It's me, Chris.
Hey, Chris. What's going on, buddy?
Glad you're doing better since the last time we heard from you.
Yeah. No, I'm doing better. Obviously, I've got my strength back since the last time and can make those stairs and stuff. The stairs the first day I came back, the stairs were rough for me with the procedure that was done, which is, again, I'm very glad we didn't do a Saturday show last weekend. So, how are you doing, Chris? How's that PS5 running for you?
Well, it's doing pretty good, but I had one hiccup with it this afternoon when I booted it up. It seemed like it was running and doing fine, but it wouldn't display an image through the system, through my setup. So I swapped to one of the other consoles, in fact, the Switch, and it was displaying perfectly. So I had to, unplug it, power it down completely, and
do a hard reset.
And then I booted it back up, and it went into the safety mode, and where it had to rebuild the data and everything, the backup and all that it has to do when you power it down when it doesn't like that and all. So after that, it's working again just fine. But other than that, except for having some slow moments where like it has some pausing moments playing Assassin's Creed and stuff, it's been doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, I've heard that the PS5, out of all of them, the PS5 seems to have the most kind of bugs and. But in some of these comparison videos, especially that the Digital Foundry is doing, they're finding where the PS5 is somehow performing better than the Series X. And well, let's see, what were the two? They did. I know the two comparisons they gave were with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where it runs better on PS5 than it does on Series X. By the way, I'm not putting that into an overall category. If you go to Digital Foundry, these are like 30 to 45 minute videos where they pour over this information. So there are caveats as to why it's running better, as far as in some situations and what's being used. It is not by any means totally running better than the Xbox Series X. They just noticed that with the PS5, there is an uptick in spots where it's running better than the Series X. Otherwise, on par throughout the other spots. And so it's so negligible that I don't know that it's a problem. Especially with the Xbox, because right now the PS5 doesn't have the VRR with it, the variable refresh rate. If your TV supports it, if your TV supports it, and not many do, but if your TV monitor supports the VRR, the variable refresh rate, then your Xbox is looking real good, whereas the PS5 looking a little worse because it doesn't have that yet. I guess into the system, which I think they're supposed to patch in at some point. There's a lot of other problems with PS5.
Yeah.
With
of course, one of the things I first did is turn off the rest mode, and I just whenever I'm going to either have it on or it's going to be off, it's not going to be in between.
Right. There were some things about the pulling up the games from rest mode. I guess rest mode, whatever it's called. Where the games don't work, I guess, when you try and start them up from a save state, I guess.
I think the original PlayStation 4 was having issues in the beginning of its lifetime doing the same thing with the rest mode on it, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I know that all consoles, have a struggle out of the gate.
Yeah.
Whether it be your Red Ring of Death, whether it be your PS4, God, the updates. So many updates on the PS4. Especially in the early times, it was like you were updating almost every time you turned the system on.
Yeah, it was.
And the PS5 seems like I don't want to deter anybody from buying the system. It's perfectly fine. It's got some issues, but I haven't run it. I haven't read where, with the exception of one person, the Jeremy Pinter, who does the ACG guy on YouTube. His PS5 is the only one that I know of, and there is likely more, but the only one that I know of that has actually just crapped out on him and died. And that was one that Sony had sent him for, review purposes and stuff like that. Everything else I've heard are random crashes, all these other problems that they have with it, the ability that you can't transfer your save data. Like your save data is stuck on the PS5 or in the cloud or something like that. You can't transfer it to anything else.
You can't put it on something external.
You can't. You can't do the games that way. I mean, there's a list of things, none of which honestly bother me. It's
the ability to not have my save data as a backup on something else that does bother me. That's one of the reasons why I'm waiting. Well, first and foremost reason is because the library is not big enough yet. I only got one game that I'm interested in. So, biding my time, looking
Demon Souls
and seeing. Yeah, that's it.
Dark Souls, whatever it is.
Demon Souls. Remake.
Demon Souls, yeah.
Yeah, so biding my time and waiting. They could patch it, fix it, whatever, and make that feature available. Really, put that thing on a backup.
And I'd also got Godfall, and I was kind of curious about what it was going to play like. But from what I've read of reviews and stuff, it's kind of like a mixture of these modern day action adventure slasher ones like God of War and stuff. But it has like an online multiplayer and Fantasy Star Online loot system where you're grinding and going for loot, and it's repetitive and doing this and that, and it's real short and no storyline. But it's like a combo of those two games, which does kind of interest me. So I'll probably eventually get into that, but Demon Souls, I'll probably just look at the graphics a little bit and then uninstall the game. I just bought it just for the support Sony and to see how good it looked, but like other people out there, I'm not a big fan and I'm not patient enough for those.
Yeah, it's and this is the point. Like, okay, so this is our show before Thanksgiving, and the show before Thanksgiving we always go over Black Friday deals. Right. And I've got a whole spreadsheet of Black Friday deals and that sort of thing. Right now, these consoles are hard to come by. Right now, if you want a Series X or a Series S, if you want a PlayStation 5, they are extremely hard to come by. Actually, they're extremely easy to come by if you have a whole bunch of money that you want to throw.
That you want to just burn and throw away. And
you can get one real easy, actually. Very, very easy for a good chunk of change. And
have you heard about the stories about the delivery personnel from Amazon and other companies like that stealing the systems out of the packaging?
Well, I know that people are getting like kitty litter and a couple other things that kind of support the weight of the system, but when you open it up, it's not the system they ordered. Yeah. So there is that. That is something ridiculous.
Part of a mason brick or a couple of blocks or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Really bad there.
Well, I mean, you got bots and the scalpers. I mean, I got a buddy of mine bought it for the sole purpose of reselling it. He got a good profit out of it too, because some folks are willing to spend four digits to get that system.
Searching on eBay for the actual sold results of what people have actually paid for this sucker?
Oh no, it's a lot.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they've got the money and they're willing to do it, then by all means go ahead.
Some of them are outrageous. I've seen some where they had bids and it was like 16,000.
Well, that's the whole thing and again that goes to the reason that I don't necessarily. God, I hate bots and I hate Scout because I'm trying to get one myself, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's hard to get. But for the people that are getting them, I don't necessarily blame them for doing that. They're not forcing anyone to pay these prices.
Right.
They're putting them out there, and so somebody has to make that decision. Yeah. If you decide not to, if people would just decide not to do that, these people would be stuck.
I mean, scalping ain't nothing new, man.
I know.
Go to any live sporting events. There's always somebody out there with the tickets and everything like that.
You've been to some live sporting events lately?
No, not lately. But the last one I went to years ago, there was always someone out there scalping with the tickets and everything.
No, that's always the case.
So it's nothing new.
It's always the case. So I don't necessarily put it past them for doing that. I mean, I am trying to get one. I've got a bunch of different avenues that I'm trying to get one, and if I can get that through one avenue, then I've also got like Best Buy and Amazon that I'll try to get one through as well, where if I end up with doubling up on consoles and there's still a market there to resell it at a higher price, I'll probably do that. I totally would do that. I don't necessarily know that I would go into those outrageous ones like I've seen.
Just a little bit more than, make a little bit of money, but not really make somebody pay through the nose for it.
Yeah, well,
the thing is though, some folks are willing to do that. If you put it out there, someone's going to bite on it.
You gotta correct me if I'm wrong. If you go the eBay route, whenever you put a listing on eBay for a certain price and everything else, and it doesn't sell, don't you still have to pay a fee, or if it does sell, you have to pay a fee?
I don't really know. I've never sold.
I think you do pay a fee for putting stuff up on eBay. I mean, last time I sold something on eBay, there was a fee to put something up on there.
I was selling something.
More to make it stand out.
I can't remember what it was. It was either concert tickets or it was my PAX tickets. I think it was PAX tickets that I was selling, and somebody bought them, and we were gonna arrange. Did they buy them? I can't remember. I can't remember how it worked out, but I had to file a complaint towards eBay for them because I was like, look, they never sent the money for these things. And I don't know how it was sent out that way.
Did you have PayPal at the time or something like that?
It was PayPal, but I can't remember because obviously why would I send that out if I didn't get money for them?
Right.
If I didn't get money for them. But because these were PAX tickets, I think there was such a limited time window of like, hey, this thing starts at this point in time. You need to have these tickets in hand so that you can attend. And I can't remember if I sent them and didn't get the money, which feels like stupid of me, and I don't think I would have done that, or if we were going to schedule to meet up or something. And I can't remember what, so that I could give them the thing. I can't remember how it went.
Yeah. Well, like I said, last time I was on eBay, I paid a fee for putting something up for auction on the thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a difference between just a straight auction or if you do the buy it now option, maybe difference in fee, but I'm not sure. It's been a minute.
Regardless, the point being, these things are very hard to come by. We're going to go over all the places where you can grab these consoles for Black Friday, and
hopefully,
and also we'll put that spreadsheet up in the chat room. I'll probably post it on some of our posts and on Twitter and stuff, so you guys can see. All the different, because this goes over this spread. Did you get a chance to look at that spreadsheet?
No, I haven't been looking up for anything for Black Friday this year.
I mean, if you go to where I send you the news and stuff, there's a link right there that's a spreadsheet, and I mean it covers the video game side, and you can sort by console, which console you want to buy video games for. It sorts the consoles that are on sale, which honestly, there's probably some current gen bundles, but those are not being really advertised in a lot of the Black Friday ad stuff. It's the new stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's movies. So if you want to buy, Blu-rays and stuff like that, it's all there for you. There's a ton of stuff. So we're going to go over all of that today. Well, Chris, I'm glad you're enjoying your PS5, buddy.
Oh, also the haptic feedback, with the
the DualSense controller?
Yeah, and that is freaking amazing.
I look forward to.
Yeah, I'd offer anybody, if you know anybody that has one of the systems, put your hands on Astro's, the demo game that came with it.
Right,
Playroom.
yeah.
Last weekend I took it up to my mom's house in Birmingham, and she's never played anything beyond Tetris on the original Nintendo. She's not a game player at all. And her and her old friend were up there, and I let her friend play it first. Of course, I had to show her, and they were typing like with one key, one finger on the keyboard type of deal, trying to use the controller. They never had played these things before, and she was having a ball and telling my mom, "You need to come play this," and everything. "I don't care about this." "No, yeah, you need to come play this. This is amazing." And she finally got her hands on it. It took her about 5 or 6 minutes, and she got pretty decent moving around, like us youngins do. And she played it for over 40 minutes.
Do you find that, how many games do you have for the system?
Well, I got the preloaded one that came on there. I've got Assassin's Creed loaded, and I got Fallout 4 for free with the PlayStation Plus, and that's the only games I've been playing on there. But I've got other ones I haven't opened and put on there yet. Yeah, I was curious because I know Lethal Migraine mentioned the haptic feedback stuff that, and I know from what I've reviewed or what I've looked at in reviews and stuff that that pack-in game that comes with it is where that gets the most use, and it doesn't seem like it's hardly ever used anywhere else. I think it might be in a couple of other games, or if it is, it's minimally used. I believe it's not very much in Assassin's Creed. I barely even noticed it, but the pack-in game is out the door. That's the best showcase for that controller. Yeah, that's what I figured was the case. Well, Chris, thanks for calling in, buddy. We appreciate hearing from you. All right, y'all have a good afternoon, and y'all stay safe. All right, take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving, buddy. All right, same to y'all. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. Bye. Yeah, we will not be doing a show next weekend, by the way. Again, just to reiterate that, no show next weekend. We are doing our Black Friday stuff this weekend. I'm going to open that up. I was hoping it might get updated because... Yeah, I'm looking at it now. There's a couple of things I think are missing. And I'm waiting for it to load here so I can check and see if anything is changed here. Well, I'll tell you where I look for the change is Ghosts of Tsushima. Tsushima, yeah. Got it right, I think. It doesn't have a price for Walmart, but I believe Walmart is going to be $5 to $10 less. Yeah, I think I saw it digitally for like 40 for some. I never get those odd prices on PlayStation Store, like $40.19 or something like that. It is. It's $40 if you buy it through the PlayStation Store. It's going to be $40 physically, or you can buy and the PlayStation Store kind of matched that and said you could pick it up that way. But I believe Walmart is going to have the cheapest price, and I would have to go back and look, but I could have sworn. In fact, I almost picked up a $19 copy of that game. There was a price error for maybe 45 seconds, a little less. Walmart when they Walmart has a history doing that. Yeah. Like before them, Walmart and Kmart had all types of big mart stores like that. Always had like price errors on things like that, and they didn't know until it was too late. Usually, yeah. I tried to grab it, but it went out of stock, and I think it went out of stock, then right back into stock with the correct price. Mm-hmm. But I had it in my cart for $19 and could not check out because it was having a problem fulfilling the order. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so I guess they haven't updated this, but I'll still put it out there for you guys to check it out. This is all. Yeah, I saw a bunch of these prices on the PlayStation Store, the digital version and everything like that. Yeah. But yeah, down at the bottom you can switch through your PC and stuff, which their PCs don't have a lot there for you to pick through. A lot of accessories, but not a lot of other stuff. Yeah. I did see the Mortal Kombat Aftermath collection. It was like, I didn't pick up anything for Aftermath.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it was good that I waited on that.
No, I think so. You didn't. You looked. Did you say you looked for that?
I looked at it. I mean, I've got Mortal Kombat 11, but I never picked up anything since Aftermath. So
the Aftermath collection. Trying to look here. What do they got? $25 at Best Buy.
Yeah, it was like the Aftermath was like, when it first came out, it was like $40 to add on, and then you didn't get the season pass that came with it. So
when did it release?
The game is off well over a year ago.
Not the game, but the Aftermath collection.
I don't recall off the top of my head, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to paste this into the chat room now, the spreadsheet for this, so everybody else can take a look at it. Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but when we come back, we're going to talk about what we played, which between the two of us ain't much. And then we're going to hit up some Black Friday deals. We got some news to talk about as well. The console's released. There was the release week that we didn't do a show because I was having that procedure done. Microsoft's release was botched in a few areas. PlayStation's release was botched in a few areas. With there are people who pre-ordered through both Amazon and Walmart. At least I know on the PS4 side that still have not received. And they did the pre-order. They did the whole thing that you're supposed to do when you want a console is not wait till the day of. You pre-order it, which means you're almost guaranteed to get it. Some people still have not received their systems, which is more on the retailer side of things, I think, than it is on Sony or Microsoft. But yeah, we'll talk about all that. That's coming up. We got music here. This is all from brand new releases, really. Kingdom Hearts 3 Melody of Memory. Which I don't know what that is, other than maybe an expansion for Kingdom Hearts. It's his music called Dearly Beloved. And we will be right back with more in-game chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, blah, blah, blah. The new COD game. This track is called 1981.
You said it like we did with Street Fighter back in the days, like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion, Alpha.
That got ridiculous, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to the show. Lethal Migraine asked, did you see the Christmas tree ornament? I've seen a couple of Nintendo Christmas tree ornaments. The NES system, I've seen the SNES system, I've seen the Legend of Zelda cart for a Christmas ornament as well. I haven't put up a tree in 5 years. I'm not really bah humbug about it.
No, it's just a Look, my Christmas decoration is a wreath on a nail.
Right?
Done.
Yeah. Done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holiday spirit coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really. I don't know. Which I hate because I see stuff like that and I'm like, yeah, I want that on my tree. Oh wait, I don't have a tree. Mm-hmm. I gotta get a tree first.
Yeah.
Well, I have that on a tree, but it's honestly fine.
Hang it on the wreath.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Do some crafty stuff and just put ornaments on the wreath. That's a good idea, RJ. I don't have a wreath, but yeah, got to get one of those first. Then be all crafty with it, which I'll never do anyway. Anyway, welcome back. And let's see. Oh, what have you played?
Mostly Grand Theft Auto Online.
Okay.
Still building up my alternate character to have fun with. There's some new DLC coming out for it that I want to get into. Something called the El Rubio dossier.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, so but basically, I think it's a new area and a new heist or something like that. So basically, I've spent a lot of time building up my characters to get as prepped as I can for that mission. And there was also the heist challenge that was put out recently for the game. Like if everybody collects and gets like a certain amount of money at the end, everybody gets a vehicle in December. I don't think it was actually reached, but they said everybody did. But okay, I'll take your word for it. But everybody will get a little new vehicle and stuff like that to purchase and buy and things like that.
I think it's tough for game developers to make a situation like that because I believe Destiny did the same thing once. Or Bungie did the same thing once where they said that the cumulative efforts of the community will, if you reach this goal, this is what is going to happen.
Yeah.
And there's no way for us to see that we've reached any kind of goal. There was no way for us to see the progress being made.
Right.
More than likely the same with GTA. There was no way to know, there was no tally. And if it was something that they did on their end so that they could make it whatever they wanted to make it. They could move the bar however far they wanted to move it.
I think the tally was the cumulative efforts of everyone's theft heists was 100 billion. That's you've achieved the goal.
And
I'm like,
Destiny was like 7 billion, because they like sevens.
Yeah,
it was like this massive amount, and it was more of a sense that look, we're never going to reach that number, and they skewed some stuff, and we did reach that. Okay, yeah, it was just like it's story wise, we had to reach that number. I don't know necessarily on the end of what you were doing for GTA, but it was more like if we do this, we're just going to give them the car in December anyway.
Yeah, it's just do your heists.
Yeah.
But the payouts was split between all the members of the crew, all 4 members of the crew. So is the total take, or is it your take, or something else? What other factors was involved in that? And then the takes aren't too big. I mean, they're nice. I mean, individually. I mean, the biggest one I've seen was like. I haven't done heist much, but it was like maybe a little over 2 million taken in the end. Like that's a 2 million, and the goal is 100 billion.
No, I know,
really?
Right?
So,
yep, I know. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I know it's been nothing for me either, with the exception of Destiny. I will say, I finished Last of Us 2.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay.
I finally finished Last of Us 2, and I would love to go into some. I mean, obviously, if this was done way back when the game, originally came out, we'd have probably devoted an entire hour or more to talk about that game. But unfortunately, I can only say that I don't know. Part of me is okay with the ending, but I think the majority of me is not. But at the same time, I feel a little bit jaded, not jaded, but maybe off base or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to say here, but I feel unjustified in that assessment, only for the fact that I played this game completely the wrong way by spreading out so much time in between my playthroughs. That none of the emotion, none of the feelings, none of that carried over between play sessions. It built up during those play sessions, right?
Yeah.
But I would stop, and that level of intensity, or that memory of what was going on and what I had been through, that momentum dropped by the time I got back into it, because I was taking such long gaps in between.
And typically when you play a story-based game, you play it for the story. It's like sitting through a movie.
Yeah.
When I played Ghost of Tsushima, it was like every day I played this game. Every day, get a little further, get a little further, get a little further. So I would imagine your situation is like having a movie, take a 2-hour movie, and watch like 30 minutes of it, stop, do something else, come back a few days later, another 30 minutes, stop and go back. So if it's broken like that, you're not going to get the same effect. So I can see how the long gaps in between dim the story experience for you. Because when you start a story game, you pretty much going to start and keep going daily until you get through it.
That got me was because of the span in between play sessions.
Mm-hmm.
That nothing could really stick with me, and by the time I got to the end of it, the ending carried such little weight.
Mm-hmm.
There was part of me that observed the ending, both in tough to say, and I hate that the game's been out for probably 6 months, I don't know, 5 months, and I'm still here trying not to spoil anything for anybody, because I know I'm not the first person to have waited to beat this or is close to beating it, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful about it. But
June 19th of 2020.
Yeah, I know, it's been out a while.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, that's where I'll leave it on that. Is just that I feel that I ruined that game for myself because of the way that I played it. Because I didn't sit there and really like play it weekend after weekend after week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not put in the time when you had the time to
like
play.
I said, it was like a story-based game for me is going to be day after day after day. And there's not a lot of breaks in between.
Yeah. I could do it, I think, with something that was more of an open world, I guess, like Ghosts or Assassin's Creed or something like that. I think I could do that easier, but not necessarily something like Last of Us, something that was so
straight story,
compact. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like if you're doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla or any Assassin's Creed game where it's open world like that, and you stop for a while. And then you come back, it's just like, well, your character wasn't doing anything for a while. It doesn't tell you what day is this or where are you or in the story or anything like that. As far as like, is this the next day right after I did this? What is it? Yeah. There's no sort of time reference in a sense. But with Last of Us, there was specifically, this is day 1, day 2, day 3. Here's day 4. Mm-hmm. Here is this very linear thing that is going on where in between. It's really just the next day, even though for me, it was months apart, weeks and weeks apart for me. And I just, I don't know. For whatever reason, it just didn't hold for me. That's on me, not necessarily on the game. Mm-hmm. And I hate that I did that. It's still a great looking game. I think, if anybody played the first one and enjoyed it, you should jump on the second one and go through that, but don't do what I did. Try and finish it within a not a short amount of time, but steady amount of time. Mm-hmm. Don't let it linger, because you'll lose that impact, you'll lose that emotion, you'll lose that. I don't know. It was like pausing a movie, and watching little parts of it every few weeks. Mm-hmm. So. And then, of course, I played the new expansion for Destiny 2 Beyond Light, which is going very slowly. I'm not putting in the time that I normally would put in on this thing. Like, I would just be sitting there and just that would consume me, and I would play that. And part of me misses the fact that it's not consuming me, and then part of me, when I get done with a seemingly long play session, and I'm ready to quit. It's nice to be able to quit. Mm-hmm. It's nice to be able to hit that escape button and hit, back to desktop. and be done with it. Whereas before it was like, I can still pull. Let me go do this real quick before I finish. Let me do this real quick before I finish. It's just easy for me to be like, nope, done. You know?
It's like a little regimen, just like one task here, then like you say, like you always did your dailies and your weeklies and your monthlies, and then that was it, right? Now you're just doing less of it, really?
Yeah. I'm low level as far. I've hit the soft cap, but now it's sort of trickling power to me. So I got to run the 3 strikes, but I've still. Like with this new ability that they give you, the stasis ability and stuff, I still haven't activated my second grenade, or if there's a third, I haven't activated that, or if there's missions you have to go to do that stuff, and I'm way behind on that. I really, like I said, I really haven't put in the time that I would normally put in. I will say that my raid group, or our clan, the last episode said, hey, we're gonna get you to the point that you need to get those done. And sure enough, Saturday after the show, and after I got all the editing done, they were right there with a checkpoint at the boss. They carried me through, and I did I finished off 2 raids that night with boss checkpoints, and it was wonderful. So I really appreciate them doing that for me. And I'm still watching them do this raid, and I have no idea.
It's good you got that, man, because I told you my issues with Destiny in terms of raids when I tried to get on there.
I wish you could come on PC, man. We got great guys there, and they're always looking for more people to play and to run the raids. They run raids every Saturday night.
Yeah, but I've pretty much stopped at this point.
Yeah, I know.
I took it off the PS4. I'm pretty much done with it.
I'm sorry to hear, but that's okay because I know where you were. So let's see. Just want to read these real quick before we go. Was there a choice? Not at the end. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That you didn't care for at some point. I did, and that changed our perception of the story. Did a group clear the new raid already? Not that I know of. And I'm currently watching a streamer right now try to do it, but I have no idea if they're on the last boss. Who knows? I have no clue. They are on the. This would be the 4th encounter, I believe. They're on the 4th boss encounter. But I have no idea if this is the end of it or not. So, I don't know. And they don't know either, honestly. They don't know when it's done at all either. Let's go to the phones. We'll talk to Josh, who's been on hold. Buddy, thanks for hanging on.
Hey there.
Hey, man. You got a PS5 too, didn't you?
Yep, I got one.
Yeah, how's everything going with yours?
Going fine, nothing to complain about. It's working.
It's working. Well, that's always good for a new console. What are you playing on it?
The Demon's Souls remake, mostly.
The what? I didn't hear that.
The Demon's Souls remake.
Oh,
Demon's Souls remake.
Demon's Souls remake. Okay, sorry. It's for whatever reason, it's coming in kind of muffled. I don't know if it's because obviously it sounds like you're on like a mic, speakerphone type thing. So that's why it was coming across a little muffled there. But yeah, and I mean, I don't know. So as long as the console's working, that's a good start. What about that controller that everybody's hyping up?
It's kind of like using the Switch Joy-Cons in a proper controller.
But with the haptic feedback and everything? Is that what it feels like? Yeah. So it feels like using a Joy-Con?
The rumble for sure, it feels more nuanced than the PlayStation 4 one. And the haptic feedback triggers, well, that kind of depends on what you're playing. Obviously, in the Astro Playroom, it's a lot more obvious.
Yeah, I mean, that Astro, the thing that comes with it will be more of a, something that it's kind of like I did when I first got the system. It was like, here, let me show you how this all works. And, you bring somebody over seeing the machine for the first time, you put on the Astro game, you're like, here you go, have fun. And they would do all the little things and blah, blah, blah. But, the longevity of that game was minuscule. I say that game, I don't know, I don't really even call it a game, more of kind of a showcase of the new stuff. But, yeah. What are you playing on? Are you playing on a 4K set?
I don't have a new TV yet. I'm looking to get one for Black Friday or Christmas. So far, I just have an HD 40-inch, I think.
Oh, man. You're going to love when it goes to 4K, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking at some OLED TVs at the moment.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
You're going big time.
Oh, yeah.
Ho, dude's picking up some OLEDs.
Yeah,
now,
I mean, that's the first new TV I buy since I got one for the PlayStation 3. So, yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, that's I think the LG CX.
Yeah, exactly, that one.
That's the one to go for. You're getting the HDMI 2.1, which will come with that VRR and a couple of other things that'll be nice. Even though the PlayStation 5 doesn't support that just yet, I believe it will eventually. Ooh. But yeah, huh?
I'm looking up LG CX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if your eyes are big because of the prices or if because of just the way the...
Yeah.
Okay, the prices. Yeah, exactly.
Better be good for that price.
Oh, OLED is nice. Let me tell you. An OLED set is nice. Is it worth that price? I would say no. I think it needs to come down some, but that's because, well, that's not because I'm in the market for another TV. My TV's really, really nice. It just doesn't have that HDMI 2.1 in it.
Well, to be fair, some of these prices are for ridiculously huge. Okay, yeah, okay. 77 inch. Let's see, let me get they come at 40. I see 55 is the lowest I see so far.
Yeah,
I think they have a 48 one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think they do as well. But maybe not at that retailer that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, also I think the 48 one, what I saw so far, is pretty much the same price as the 55 one, maybe $100 less. Not that much of a difference.
God, Lethal Migraine picked up a 65-inch CX. Ooh, oh, buddy. See, I've got a 65-inch C8, so I am 2 years behind. And all I'm hearing, man, is like the CX is like the go-to set for your next gen stuff. It's tempting, but you know that it's not tempting when you look at the hospital bills that you have to pay.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like all the bills that I got piling up from everything that's happened to me this past year. I say this past year, just in the past 2 months, is enough. Oh man, the hospital. Yeah, I called and asked them about how to do, not how to do payments, but how to do. How to compile all these bills and say, can you work out a payment plan for me? So they compiled it up. So far, the bill for the situation that I just had done Thursday, that's still tied up with my insurance. So that's not included in the total I'm about to give you. Mm-hmm. But the total right now that I owe the hospital is like $1,700, which is enough. By the way, look and see the TV prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could get a 65-inch, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could.
For this hospital bill.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because it's on sale.
I know. Yeah.
I've
also got some amount of credit with Best Buy and those reward points and stuff.
Yeah.
To bring it down, but yeah. So I don't know.
You're right. Earlier, yes. I'm looking at LG's site and I'm looking at the OLEDs. It's like 48 inches is going to be the smallest. Well, on their site anyway. Yeah. So it's like 77, 65, 55, 48. So if you got the space for it, have at it.
Yeah, Lethal Migraine
got 65, right?
Yeah, Lethal Migraine says the 65 after tax was 2041. Yeah, taxes up there. Mm-hmm. But I love the OLEDs. The OLEDs are it's just a beautiful screen. So yeah, OLED was always the one I wanted to go to, and if you look in years past, the prices were even higher than that. They've come down. Yeah. Even with the sale prices, they've come down.
Yeah, it's typically what happens with things. You know, the hot newest thing is going to be the highest price, and give it a couple of years, it'll drop.
I know it'll keep dropping, but of course, then they'll have something else that is
the better thing,
newer that you really want to pick up.
Yeah, but I've always got the thing like a little bit behind.
What are you looking forward? Well, I guess you're going to put your Black Friday budget into a TV then, huh? I was going to ask you, what are you looking forward to as far as like some Black Friday stuff? Like, are you looking to pick up anything? But
just
you're going to be on the
basically
TV
game discounts here and there, but TVs is what I'm going to be. You're
in the market for TV.
I'm looking at TVs, but like not like top of the line stuff like that. Just something better than what I got now.
What do you got now?
Something from White Westinghouse.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's old, but it works. So that's why I'm still working right now.
I mean, I got the same thing. Well, okay, I don't have the same thing. My TV is not old. It's 2 years old, and it does work, and it's beautiful. Maybe if I could sell it to somebody.
Subtly.
Use that to like, here you go, you can buy that and get some money, and that'll help towards, getting the CX type thing.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
See you, Black Off fan. He was in there for just a little bit. Yeah. Hey, I gotta hit him up on Discord because he got with me on Discord. We finally did the friends thing, and I gotta get with him on Discord. So yeah. What about you, Josh? Anything that I know you're looking for a TV, but is there anything else, or is that just where your budget is entirely put?
That's pretty much it.
Because, yeah.
Cyberpunk will be any cheaper anytime soon. So, yeah, that's about it for this year.
No, I totally get it, dude. I totally get it because I know it wasn't last year before last, that's when I put, all my eggs in the basket for the new TV. Then the next year, I put all my eggs in the basket on a new refrigerator because my old one was crapping out. And this year, I'm putting all my eggs in the hospital bill basket. Which is not what I wanted to do with my eggs.
Yeah, but it's an important aspect.
I know. It's kept me alive. So, yeah. Well, Josh, we appreciate you calling in. Anything else that you wanted to say before we go here?
Maybe just that might be one of my last calls to you guys.
Really?
Because by the looks of it, Google will be cutting off the system I'm using and will cost money at that point. So, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Starting next year, so maybe I'll get some calls in until then, but after that, maybe don't expect me.
Well, there's other ways to get in touch with us. You can send us emails, that sort of thing. Also, you can make a recording. Make a recording and then shoot it to us. We can play it and then answer or talk about whatever it is that you've got. You can totally do that too. Any way that it works, we'll make it happen for you because we don't want this to be the last time we talk to you. I know you'll join us in the chat room and stuff, but don't want to be the last time we hear from you, man.
Maybe we'll be playing a game together again. Who knows?
Yeah, very, very. I would think so. Especially since I got cross save opportunities not only with Destiny but also now with any kind of Ubisoft games. They've got cross save enabled as well. Your progression carries over, so. Very, very likely on that. So you take care, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, you guys too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you around now.
We're going to go. Got a break here. And coming up, we will hit the Black Friday stuff. We're going to talk about that next. And then we'll hit some of this new stuff that came in, which I know it's been 2 weeks, but again, there's certain perspectives on things. Like I had a load of stuff talking about the release of the systems. And I was like, you know what? That was old news. Go away. Either that's been fixed or it's been talked about or it's been redeemed or it has been, not ridiculed, but proven as fake.
Debunked, yeah.
It was the whole thing about the Xbox smoking and stuff. And it was just people blowing vape smoke into their system. So I was just like, this is old. We don't have to talk about it. It's done. So some of that stuff didn't make it in there. So we're going to be right back. I'm going to catch up on this chat room stuff. A lot of you guys were talking, especially about the TV stuff. If anybody wants to make me a good offer on an LG OLED 65-inch from 2 years ago, let me know. We might make us a deal. Right now, next track comes from the Dark Pictures anthology. You played any of those other than is it Until Dawn?
Until Dawn was they're made by the same folks make Until Dawn, and then it was Man of Medan, and then something Little Hope.
Right, this is from Little Hope, and they got a third one lined up as well.
It was supposed to be a series of games. That came out from that.
It's an anthology, the Dark Pictures anthology. So, did you play Man of Medan?
No, I have not played it.
Okay,
I have not. But I know that's the one on the ship. And the other Little Hope is like I get the feeling of Silent Hill something's in the in the town.
Like Until Dawn gave you that teenage slasher flick feel.
Yeah, monster flick.
But Man of Medan, and I really haven't researched this enough. It doesn't. That's not the vibe that it seems to be sending.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure, but I haven't really researched it too much. Mm-hmm. I love their titles. I love their box art on these things. Not Until Dawn. That fit the genre that it was, that it was in. So anyway, this track is called Everyone Dies, and we will be right back. Yeah, I know, right?
What a wonderful title that is.
But the name of the game's called Little Hope.
Yeah.
Where there's...
The name of the town is Little Hope, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. We'll be right back with more in-game chat right after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from a game called The Pathless. This is called Pilgrimage. The composer for this is Austin Winery, who did Journey. And I want to say the Banner Saga. I believe. He's done a lot of games. Good stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show. So let's look at some of these Black Friday deals. First off, let's talk about the consoles. Maybe that's what you're looking at. Maybe you're looking at getting... Look, if you're looking at getting current gen bundles like PS4 or Xbox One, I think you're going to be good. And I say bundles, but I haven't seen any discounts on prices, but it's not going to be hard for you to get them. I don't necessarily know that they're actually going to drop in price on that. I haven't seen anything to indicate that that's going to be the case. I would say to... Let me see. Excuse me. Let me see. What was the site I was using to look at these ads? BlackFriday.com, was that it? Yeah, BlackFriday.com. Man, there used to be a great website for Black Friday stuff, but they got bought by... oh, man. Rakuten or something?
Rakuten?
Something, whatever.
Rakuten?
Something like that, yeah. It's a shopping site, and they got bought, and they don't do it anymore.
Probably saying it wrong. Rakuten.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I see it on soccer jerseys every now and then.
Yeah. So current gen systems haven't seen anything as far as deals. Even Nintendo Switch, and good luck finding one of those. The Nintendo Switch, they're offering. Nintendo is offering the system itself with Mario Kart 8 and like 3 months of Nintendo's online service for $300, which is what the system costs right now without the Mario pack in and without the 3 months of online service type thing. So that's going to be a Black Friday deal if you're looking for that.
I see on that thing you gave me, Google Stadia.
Yeah, Google Stadia is having a deal. I mean, if you want to do Google Stadia,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It indicates that does anybody want it? I mean, the way it's
not really. No. For next gen systems, here's what we got going on, and it might be a little confusing for you. Target is not having any deals. Target may not have any systems right now. I have no idea. Target's plan in their Black Friday ad doesn't mention anything about the next gen systems being on sale that day. Lately, from what I've heard around the country, is that people are checking those stock inventory websites, and whenever Target has had stock come in, people would go to the store and be able to purchase when they're there. Getting them online with Target has not worked for a lot of people. They go to the store and they get them. Believe on the 25th, the Target store's got a memo out this past week that on the 25th they will stop all in-store pickups of these items, with the exception of maybe buying it online for in-store pickup. But in other words, people just showing up to the store early before it opens and camping out and getting one in store in person, that I believe stops on the 25th. At that point, I think new inventory that comes in will go online for you to pick up online, buy it, say, in-store pick up that thing, or have it delivered if you want to do it that way. That's for Target. So this is why it's getting a little confusing, because everybody's store has a different thing. Walmart is another thing to say good luck to, because they had some go on sale this past, I think it was Wednesday, at 3 p.m., and that was a no-go. I made attempts, but I don't know how many they had in stock, but that stock went fast. I would say within 5 to 15 minutes, that was done. It was over with. For all systems, it was done. They will have some systems, and I remember checking again. I checked some of the inventory trackers, BrickSeek, that sort of thing. The Walmarts all around me have, and it doesn't give you an exact number, it just says 6+ in stock, maybe more, of the Xbox Series X. But if you go there to try and get one, they will tell you that they're held back for Black Friday. Yeah. You can, I don't think you can pick them up in store. I think it's only online. But you can have it, I think you can online pick up at the store that you have. Yeah. I believe. What do we have here? Yeah, the PlayStation 5 console and the Xbox Series X console will be online only, beginning at 6 o'clock our time, which is Central. 6 o'clock Central, Wednesday evening. 6 p.m. Central, Wednesday evening is when those will go on sale. November the 25th. GameStop will have the systems. But they are warning people that the inventory on that will be low. The Black Friday ad for GameStop says that each store will have a minimum of 2 PS5s and 2 Xbox Series X. A minimum of 2, maybe only 2 per system.
Probably only 2.
So just keep that in mind. And by the way, that is in store. So if you pull up to a GameStop, and it's also one purchase per customer, so you can't go in there and buy a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. I believe. I could be wrong on that. I believe that you can only buy one of the 2, I think. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that you can't just buy 2 PlayStation 5s and 2 Xbox Series X, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely sure that you can't do that. But yeah, that's gonna be tough to get one there. I'm trying to go to my history because I lost my Black Friday space. Then who else do we have? Kohl's is not having anything. Sometimes they will, but not this year. Costco and Sam's, they could all have stuff. Mostly what they've been selling are bundles, though. So they're selling it for higher than retail price, but you get an extra controller and a game and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, in typical wholesale fashion.
Yeah.
Bigger than normal. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So those have been bundle sales. There's been a couple of online stores that are doing bundle sales. But let's talk about Best Buy. There's been some, not necessarily confusion, but the wording is not clear. Mm-hmm. They will not have systems in store. They will only be online. Now, it may be online again to pick up at the store or to have shipped. I don't know. But the only place you can buy them is online through their website. Theirs apparently goes live tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Yeah. The 22nd. This is where the confusion is.
Live on a Sunday. Okay.
This is where the confusion is. The Best Buy ad says that almost all of their Black Friday specials will go live on Sunday.
Okay.
The PS5 and the Xbox Series X, those are part of their Black Friday specials. Mm-hmm. So it's possible that they go live on Sunday. Maybe not. Maybe it's later in the week. We don't know. But there's confusion on that. We also don't know what time those will go on sale. Because it's online, that begins for me, that starts at 11 p.m. tonight. Mm-hmm. Because does that mean Eastern time zone? Midnight Central? Midnight Mountain? Midnight Pacific? And then even then, that doesn't guarantee that they go on sale at that time. It just means that at some point, maybe, could be 3 a.m., could be 4 a.m., it could be when they open at 9, it could be at noon. Best Buy's Black Friday, Best Buy's sale of the PS5 on launch day didn't go live until I was in surgery. So I think sometime around 10 a.m.
Yeah, I wasn't looking, so.
It was like 10 a.m. Thursday morning because I missed all of it.
Yeah.
Because I was out of it. So yeah, there's no real time. Some point tomorrow, or if you're in Central Time, whatever, midnight tonight. I don't know what your time zone is, but don't rely on that because it could be, midnight some other place where that goes live. So yeah,
whenever Best Buy's ready.
Yeah. So there's the thing if you're looking to get the new systems. Yeah, Walmart was a sham. It's Lethal Migraine. He did do that. Okay. Walmart was a sham. I refreshed the page. It said on sale at 2 p.m. I refreshed again. It said sold out. You're exactly right, man. That was the thing. So that's where it stands as far as the new consoles and stuff. Now the games, I mean, there is a ton of games for sale. Watch Dogs Legion, which came out in October, is already on sale for like under $30. Let me look here.
Look, we've seen quick price drops in Black Friday,
especially in the Ubisoft category. Yeah. Ubisoft is not. Look at that, $32 at GameStop. Well, that should be more. Oh yeah, that's GameStop. God, I wish I could see more of this image. Yeah, $32 at GameStop, but I know that Best Buy already has it. See, this is what I don't understand. They've already got, they've got this thing. They don't have Best Buy's price for Watch Dogs Legion. Yeah, they don't have Best Buy's price for Watch Dogs Legion in here when I know that it's already marked down. Mm-hmm. So probably not the best one unless they're going to be updating the spreadsheet. $30 at Walmart. It'll be $30 at Walmart. Target has it for $29.99, which is just, a penny less.
$30.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed, by the way, that is going to be on sale. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be on sale at GameStop for $47, but I think it's going to be cheaper at some of the other locations as well when it hits. So brand new game there. Yeah, there's a lot. So Last of Us 2, I believe, is already down in price. The Last of Us Part 2 is $30 across the board. If you're looking at Jedi Fallen Order from last year, $25 at Best Buy. Although that game got added to the EA Play, so if you're a member of that, or also a member of Xbox Game Pass, Ultimate Game Pass, then you've already got the game. You can download it and play it.
I know I'm late to the party, but I saw Borderlands 3 for $10 at GameStop.
Yeah. Not that that's that's cool and all. Yeah, $10 at GameStop, but
I really want to pick it up though.
I know. That's the other thing. I was
I wasn't.
Yeah, it's Borderlands. No,
but it didn't pull me. But it didn't pull me in like 1 and 2 did. That's what gets me.
Nope. What else? There was something else I was going to talk about.
Code Vein at $10 as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of good and there's some Nintendo Switch titles too that Nintendo has brought down the price of. Which if I get them before Black Friday, I can use my Gamers Club Unlock discount to get it even cheaper. But Gamers Club does not apply if you buy that stuff on Black Friday. So I either have to get it early. And I've looked at it and I was like, I don't know. Not really putting in a lot of time on my Switch lately. And I'm not. I really...
No, I was just thinking of something else. I'm seeing these $10 games that are on the site you gave me. Neo 2.
Yeah.
$10. But there's the DLC that comes with it. It should be, if it was anything like the original Neo, there's 4 separate DLCs that came with that.
I see where Yakuza Remastered Collection is $30.
Should be 3, 4, and 5, I believe.
Oh, I was on some forums, for buying and selling.
Right.
And people that were selling Yakuza were telling people, don't put Yakuza in the, like if you go to PayPal and buy it from them, don't put Yakuza in the reason for the money that you're sending, because PayPal, they flag it. They flag it. You're sending $40 to some criminal organization.
Yeah. So it's mafia.
Right? Yeah.
You're supplying the mafia through our website? No, you're not. Cancel sale.
I do see where Medieval, the remaster of that one, is $10, and Mafia Definitive Edition is going to be down to $30. Marvel's Avengers is currently on Steam. It's half price.
Yeah.
But it's going to be knocked down to $25. That poor game. Yep. So there's a lot there. We're going to post that stuff up. If you have any questions about anything that's going to be on sale and stuff like that, we don't really have. What is in the miscellaneous? Nothing there. Then there's a list of movies if you want to look at that stuff. There's going to be huge sales on 4K films and stuff like that. Just a ton of stuff. I will probably make my usual trip up to Best Buy on Black Friday, not before they open and not immediately after they open, but at some time during the day just to pop in.
Yeah, I did that camping thing years ago.
It was fun to do. Now it sucks. Well, now you can't do it.
It was fun for you?
It was. I had a lot of fun. Look, I had a lot of fun back when these things were being leaked, not when they were being, and I'm using air quotes for people, leaked. Because now they don't. A lot of these companies, they don't. Or a lot of these retailers, they don't hide their Black Friday stuff anymore. Mm-hmm. As soon as they've got it, they put it out there and say, "Here's what you can expect for Black Friday." Used to be, it was like really like hardcore, like under secret blah blah blah. You know, you'd have to go to a website just to see some horrible looking scan that somebody had made of the ad when it had first arrived. Yeah. And you could see what was going to be there. And it's like, okay, good. I can put myself down for this. And you'd know what you'd want. And the camping thing was a lot of fun. I remember doing it. I did it 2 or 3 times, I think. One time I did it like gung-ho, where we got there early the night before. Mm-hmm. Like at 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving, when they opened at 5 o'clock a.m. the next morning. So like a 12-hour deal. Had the tent, had the heater. Yeah. That was fun. It was fun. I don't know why it was fun, but it was fun. But now I don't do that anymore. There's just not...
Urban camping.
Yeah. I was going with my friend Mike, and he was doing it for like a TV or something like that, and I was doing it for... What did I pick up? I don't know. It wasn't a TV though.
Steelbook?
No.
Would you camp out for a steelbook?
I wasn't doing steelbooks at the time, and also at that time they weren't really like they weren't
good.
No, they weren't here. They weren't.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. They were big in the UK at the time, but they hadn't made it over here to where it had been more common to get them released in that manner.
Okay.
So. I can't remember what I was there for. I don't remember what I bought. I can't remember. Had to have been there for something if I was going to stay in a tent, and it was cold. It was so cold. I ended up falling asleep in the tent, which was a bad move because it dropped my body temperature way down. It took me forever to warm up. That was bad. But I still had fun. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I had a lot of fun.
No, man, to each his own. I mean, you had fun. That
was the only time I did the camp out. After that, I would take chairs and we'd sit we'd get in line as long as we weren't way the hell back and we're somewhere close. And over time, I got to realize a couple of things. First off, the people that do spend their entire Thanksgiving day camped out in front of a store, and even the night before Thanksgiving, camped out in front of a store, are people who get there in line, and I'm only speaking on the Best Buy terms, but they get there in line, they get these vouchers that are handed out to the early people for what they want. The people in the front get one of every single thing that they bring out. Their buddy who is behind them gets one of everything that's coming out. Then, just before opening, the one guy, in front, while his buddy holds his place in line, will go all the way towards the back, or at least walk down the line saying, "I've got this," or "I've got this. Do you want it?" And we'll sell it.
Yeah, the hustle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I realized, number one, I'll never win with them. And then I also realized, number two, a lot of these things that are going on that are considered doorbusters are not really great products to begin with. A lot of those are not really good products. Those OLEDs are not doorbusters. But if you look at the doorbusters, and then go find a review site about that particular TV or whatever it is that it may be, you're not going to find the greatest of reviews. You're also going to realize that it's not a newer set or something like that. It's maybe a few years behind or something. So, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that's completely fine. But for me, it was like, I don't need that. And so I really just started sticking to picking up some movies, picking up some games. Yeah. Really easy stuff that you really didn't have to be. Although this one's a little bit different this year since I'm in the market for a new console. I've sort of but there's no camping because unless I want to get it from GameStop. But there's no real camping because it's all online. Yeah. So it's a little bit different this year. Kind of pulls a little bit of the fun out of it, but also kind of, I think, benefits me in the sense that I don't have to go out in the cold or whatever. Maybe rain. We've got, I think, rain in the forecast for this Thanksgiving thing. So I don't know. It might be beneficial to have for it to be the year that it is. Yeah. I've missed a lot of see, both Sony and their digital stores have Black Friday sales right now. Yeah, 700 games Xbox Store. Avengers games 50% off. There seems like most of the prices are pretty uniform, though. They kind of are. There's some discounts here and there. I thought Ghosts would go a lot lower. I thought it was going to be 30 and not 40. Mm-hmm. I missed that one by about $10. With I think the exception of Walmart. Or Ghosts. Yeah. Or GameStop, and I can't remember which one it was. I'm going back now to look.
Walmart isn't listed.
It's not, and that's my problem, because I swear I heard where Walmart would have it for, oh man, I can't read any of these things, for like $30. Mm-hmm. Let's see, where is Ghost?
Well, heck, they might misprice it again. Might misprice it or something.
This website wants to put these little dots that you have to click on to see what they are, and I can't. And the dots cover up the entire game thing, so it's hard to see what it is. Yeah. Okay. That's and I'm not going to sit here and click through this.
Sekiro still $25. Okay.
Yeah.
That popular.
There we go. Black Friday Ghost of Tsushima. I'm still trying to figure out how to say. Yeah, that's going back to November 11th. Let's see, and that's the PSN deals. Yeah, I got to look that up, but I believe it's going to be less at it's either Walmart or GameStop. So. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got to take a break. We're way behind. Here is music from Destiny 2: Beyond Light, the new expansion that came out. This track is called Reckless, and we'll be back with more in-game chat right after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Bug Snacks. I think it's on the PS5. I don't know if it's cross-gen or I don't know if it's multi-platform, but I just seen a video game releases this week, and then it's like, and they started giving me a list of like PS4, Xbox, PC, Switch. Do you want to see more PS4? And I was like, sure, yeah. And there's a bunch of stuff. I was like, ooh, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. So, this track is called Camp, and it's the night version of Camp track. I don't know if they got a day version, but maybe they do. But yeah, so let's see. Lethal Micro says, it says there is no Series X demo unit within 50 miles of me, but I could swear their site said there was one a few days ago. Maybe I just looked at it wrong. Yeah. I haven't seen anything with demo units. I heard somebody got an open box unit of, I think, the PlayStation 5 or it may have been the Series X at one of the Best Buys. So, I don't know. You got to do your own thing. I was just reading in that there's a README section there that I was reading that shows the times. The times that those deals go live for Walmart is November 25th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Target begins the week of November 22nd between midnight and 2 a.m. Central Time. We don't have a time on that. GameStop is November 26th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And Best Buy, again, with week of November 22nd. The website normally updates at midnight Central Time. This may change as timing has been removed from Best Buy's website. So, I don't know. There's still a lot of, well, I don't know when some of this stuff is going to go live. But yeah, we'll keep looking at it. I still didn't find that Ghost of Tsushima. Mm-hmm. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
You're better than you used to be. I know that.
I'm really trying. I still haven't found it for where it was cheaper. The $40 thing, I want to say it was down to $35 at one of the other stores, which feels like it's going to get price matched everywhere else. Where it's like, oh, if that's $30, then we'll drop it as well. And so I don't know. But I couldn't find anything. So. Let's see, what else do we have going on in the news this week? We only got about 15 minutes to go here. Sony wanted to raise their PlayStation 5 game prices even higher than $70. And I believe I read where, I don't know if it was Phil Spencer or somebody from Microsoft was like, yeah, yeah. They didn't, in other words, Microsoft didn't look at that and say, no, we wanted to stay low. I think Microsoft was like, we don't blame them for wanting to go higher on their game prices. Mm-hmm. Obviously, for consumers, that's fine that they're keeping it low for now. But the price of games they're gonna increase. They kind of already have in some situations.
Yeah,
both. Go ahead.
I was about to say. I think we mentioned before that you come out at that price is just going to increase the desire for folks to wait a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's. Originally, that's... I want that to fall over. Mm-hmm. Originally, when I was looking into getting a Series X or a PlayStation 5, I was going to be like, yeah, it wasn't on my radar. And I think again, I've fallen into the release day hype type of thing.
I think you've had the same issue with the Switch too, didn't you?
I had the same issue with the Switch, but I was able to get one on launch day, so whatever. But I've kind of fallen into the release day hype. I don't feel necessarily bad about it. I am very much interested in getting my hands on that controller and getting the DualSense and experiencing that sort of thing. Not that I need to own the console to do that, but and not that it's going to benefit me throughout the thing. There are a few games I would like. I've sort of put off finishing up Lost Legacy, the Uncharted game, because I know I can play it on PlayStation 5 with some upgrades. I've sort of put off playing Ghosts, not only for Black Friday, but even if I get it for Black Friday, to put it off because there's benefits to playing it on the PS5. Mm-hmm. The Series X has the same benefits of doing the backwards compatibility stuff. The Series X, unfortunately, doesn't have some good exclusives right now to play. They're working on it because they own a ton of studios. Hellblade 2, that sort of thing. There's plenty of stuff that is lined up for Xbox to get me on that route. But that's why I'm leaning more towards PS5 right now than I am Xbox Series X, just because of the exclusives that are there for me to play. But the Series X is still on my list to get if I can get. I have a ton of games with Game Pass. I have a ton more games now with EA Play. So it ain't a bad thing to pick up and play with the enhancements. And there are considerable more enhancements than there is with the Xbox One X. And a lot of people were saying, should you pick up this console? And they're like, well, if you're coming from an Xbox One to a Series X, that's not bad. If you're coming from an Xbox One X to a Series X, maybe hold off, But that's just not me. You know me, right? You know me well enough to know that. Yeah.
If it's new and shiny.
It sucks, man. It's a disease. I got 4 new shiny stints in my body right now, which have cost me quite a lot.
Yeah.
Both Sony and Microsoft had massive success launch dates with their system. Yeah, there were some botched things going on with releases and stuff like that, but the Xbox Series X and the Series S, it was the biggest console launch in Microsoft's history. But I think if you go back and talk about the Xbox One, you'll probably find that it was the biggest launch at that time for them. The 360 probably was the biggest launch at that time, I guess. I don't know. I haven't gone back to look at that. And I believe the PlayStation was the same thing. The PlayStation 5 was the same thing for them. What were we going to say? The Assassin's Creed Valhalla was Ubisoft's biggest PC game launch ever. Which is interesting because it got shooters like Ghost Recon and Rainbow Siege and Far Cry, which you would have thought keyboard and mouse support, that sort of thing. You thought it would have been that more than a third-person type game like that, but it was big for them. Microsoft says that the Xbox Series X and S, the shortages for those will likely continue well into next year. So there's that. We talked about Ubisoft's cross progression. Makers of Hitman, IO Interactive, they're making a James Bond game. If you've got Epic Game Store, go on there. You can pick up Elite Dangerous and The World Next Door. They are free until Thursday. And then Thursday they will have something else that'll be free on the Epic Game Store if you're doing that. PlayStation Plus will be cheap for Black Friday, I believe, on Amazon. It'll be $45 for a 12-month subscription. What is PlayStation Plus now? 60?
60.
Yeah, so $45? What? Not bad.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it should be 60. I mean, it's been a while since I bought it at 60, but last time I bought full price, it was $60. But yeah, when it was on sale, I usually get like maybe 2 or 3 and get it like extended a few years.
And I'm going to Amazon right now to see what the price is. It says available now, but it doesn't give me a price.
It was $45 on the PlayStation Store under that Black Friday banner.
Yeah, $60.
Okay.
Yeah, it's $60 right now. So $45, not a bad deal for PlayStation Plus. Sony, I read this. I don't necessarily know that it applies. Something about Sony teasing a PlayStation response to the Xbox Game Pass. Blah, blah, blah. In an interview, when asked directly on what Sony might have planned in order to compete with Xbox Game Pass, Sony Interactive CEO Jim Ryan stated that there is news to come. That's it. That's all he said, which, is enough for somebody to write an article about it, right? I would love to go over the Game Award nominations. I don't know that I have time to go over all of them, so it might be something we do on the next... When is the Game Awards? Hang on. December 10th. When are we doing a show? Okay, we will have a show on the 5th, December the 5th. So we'll cover the nominees then. I'll just save that for next week. Not next week, week after next. We're not going to be here. Let's see. I think that's all I had there. There was the whole, man, I don't know. There was the Epic and Apple thing again.
Yeah.
Now, Apple did cut down the App Store share to 15% for small developers. And Tim Sweeney responded to that. He's with Epic and said something, we're not fighting for a lower commission. He went on to make some comparison about, and let me make sure I know this, because Epic is fighting for fair competition among mobile platform companies, stores, payment processors. If iOS were open to competing payments in stores, we'd happily return, even if Apple's own payment services still charge 30%. It's just a bad deal. What is wrongful is Apple blocking competing stores and payment processors to ensure that good deals can't be offered to developers at all. it's great that Apple is giving indie devs a better deal, but 95% of in-app purchases are in bigger apps that Apple still taxes 30%. So this will provide no relief to consumers who are paying inflated prices for items. Google doesn't block competing stores outright, but they limit Android features. And Google Play requires that. Okay, I don't have the initial quote. So I'm not even going to bring that up because I don't even have the quote in front of me. But he made a comparison which was completely off base. But I don't have that in front of me, so I'm not even trying to quote that or anything like that.
So essentially more drama.
It really is.
Yeah.
By the way, PS Plus collection, the one that you get on PS5, if you claim it on a PS5, you can play it on a PS4.
Okay.
So the interesting thing is if you got a PS5, if you were, one of those chosen by God to receive a PS5, I could give you my login information. You could log in on your system, claim those, and then I would be able to play them on my PS4. So if you got somebody who's got a PS5 and you don't mind giving them your login information, they can do that, claim those games, and then you'll have them on your PS4. So keep that in mind. There's more talking. Series X is a better choice due to superior everything for the same price. I know, I'm talking lethal migraine here. 23 games confirmed at 120 frames per second on Series X. Sony doesn't. I think he said Sony. Sony doesn't have the money or infrastructure to do a Game Pass service. They would have to let Game Pass on their platform. Man, I don't know. Sony could easily do that. Sony could have everything that has been offered in PlayStation Plus available to you. Normally, the way PlayStation Plus works is if you subscribe now to PlayStation Plus, you've missed out on ever how many months they've done free games, right? But they could do it to where if you suddenly become a subscriber to PS Plus, you get the entire back catalog of PlayStation Plus games. That's a lot to offer you, especially with the backwards compatibility from the PS4 days. That's a lot to give you. That's good value, and depending on how they price it, it could. I don't want to say it could be competitive to Game Pass, just because you've got Xbox, PC, where you could play those games. It carries over there. EA Play comes with it. If they were able to strike a deal, Sony was, where EA Play could go into the PlayStation Plus, and you get the back catalog, that's a pretty good thing. I don't think it'll ever happen. So, I mean, I'm sort of throwing this out there to just into the void because there's so many deals that are involved with games being on PlayStation Plus that they would have to renegotiate and everything, and I just don't think they'd be in there to do that. I don't know. They do have PlayStation Now. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, PlayStation Now, but
it's very. But if they throw that in with PlayStation Plus, it's a bullet point. It's not the best.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's a massive library of games that they could say, "Here's what you got." It's not the best. So
I was looking up this that thing about Neo 2 for Black Friday. Remember? It was like $10. The game was like $10, right?
Yeah.
But
what happened?
There was that season pass thing I was talking about earlier. Season pass is $20. So the complete game would be $30.
$30.
Yeah.
What's it cost right now, though?
$10.
No.
It's $20 for the season pass.
No. Okay, so it's $20 for the season pass. That's not on sale, right?
Well, it doesn't have a sale here. It just says Neo 2 season pass.
But
$20.
Neo 2 regular price is how much?
$10.
It's $10. It's
for the Black Friday thing, it's $10.
No, outside of Black Friday, what does it cost? That's what I'm saying. Click on. Yeah.
I want the for Neo 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you're looking at get the game now and then you get the $20. I mean, you're still paying cheaper.
Yeah.
It might be $30 for the total thing, but it would be more if it's $20 plus. I don't know. What are we looking at? 35? 40?
New 40.
So $60. And you'd get it for you're getting it for 50 off, man. The whole shebang. So I don't know. That's something to look at. It's always good to look at what the price is right now, or what the price is outside of a sale, to know exactly how much you're getting off. I was looking at some appliances and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, you save $70, or not even 70, like $30 or something like that. I was like, oh, that's not as big of a savings. The price was low, but I was like, that's not as big of a savings as I thought it was. Whereas you can see some other stuff, it's like, oh, you're saving almost $150 on this. So there's a lot you're saving on that CX, by the way, that I saw. So, okay, we are running down here. I want to thank Stephen Van Dam, Moltal, Lurks, Lethal Migraine, Lesser Weevil. I haven't seen that name in a while. Ledelara, I think. Drunk Degenerates, Commander Root, Casket Sharp, A10, Arioka, AC Wraith, and, of course, RJ, thank you for coming back. We are going to take a week off, obviously, Thanksgiving, and then we will be back. But we want to thank everybody for listening to the show. Thanks for enduring all of our time off and everything else that we've been going through. We really do appreciate it. So we appreciate it. Have a great week. Have a fantastic holiday weekend. And we're going to see you week after next here on In-Game Chat. Leave you with music from Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Have a great week. RJ, have a good Thanksgiving, buddy.
Oh, same to you, man.
We'll see you next week after next.